Welcome to the library's Lunch and Learn session on Advanced Cinahl. The Lunch and Learns are an ongoing series of mini lectures on a variety of research-based topics and databases. Please check the Lunch and Learn page at library.rrc.ca for more information. Let's get started. If you need quick access to the top nursing journals, then the Cinahl Plus database with full text will save you time and energy. It provides indexing to thousands of journals, providing information on a variety of topics, including nursing, biomedicine, alternative and complementary medicine, and allied health disciplines. Cinahl is an acronym standing for Cumulative Index to Nursing and Allied Health Literature. It includes more than 750 full-text journals with coverage dating back to 1937. It indexes 5,400 journals and contains more than 6 million records. I should point out that it is an index, so not all the records will contain the full text of the articles, but they can be checked in RRC's OneSearch to see if we have access to the full text in any of our other databases. You can access Cinahl 24/7 from the library homepage by clicking on the orange tab and going to our Articles and Database page, then click on C for Cinahl. The Advanced search screen allows us to enter our keywords and build our search. Let's consider the hypothetical question, does helmet use reduce head injuries in children in Canada, as our example? To start off our search, we enter the keywords helmets and head injuries. Notice if you click on the "and," a drop-down menu pops up with the Boolean operators "and," or not. Boolean operators sound complicated, but they really are not. They are the connectors that allow us to combine our keywords or concepts to be most effective in our research. Use "and" when you want articles that talk about both terms. Students and nursing will not find articles about engineering students. We use the Boolean operator "or" when there are multiple terms in the literature, such as intensive care, or ICU, or critical care, or acute care. All of these terms may appear in the literature. By using "or," it casts our net a bit larger to include articles with all of the various terms. We use "not" when we want to eliminate articles, not pediatric or neonatal or NICU, when we are only interested in articles about adult patients. In Cinahl, we can use the sidebar on the left of your screen to add basic limiters to your search. Check off the peer-reviewed box if you are looking for peer-reviewed articles. Use the date slider to limit your research to articles from within the past 5 years. We don't recommend checking off the full text box, as it would eliminate articles that only contain an abstract. Sometimes our keywords are not official mesh headings. Cinahl allows us to browse mesh headings, which can make our search more efficient. Mesh subject headings are the National Library of Medicine's controlled vocabulary thesaurus, which is used to index articles in the Medline database, PubMed database, as well as in the Cinahl databases. We can make our searches more efficient by using these headings. Let's build a mesh search for helmets and head injuries. Click on the Cinahl subject headings in the blue bar at the top of the search screen. Then we browse for the term helmets and discover that the mesh heading for helmets is head protective devices. Select head protective devices on the left and add it as a major concept in the box on the right of your screen. Browse for an additional term, head injuries, and then select that as a major concept. Change the combined selections on the right of your screen from "or" to "and" before clicking on the Search Database button. This step automatically brings the two mesh headings into the Advanced search screen. Now that we have the mesh headings, head protective devices, and head injuries in the first box, it's time for us to add child and Canada into our research. We added child with an asterisk. The asterisk is a wild card and will catch all forms of the word child, children, or children's. Then we add Canada or Canadian or in Canada. Once we have all the terms entered, then we can select limiters on the left side of the screen. Check off peer-reviewed and use the date slider to set for the last 10 years. Clicking on the hyperlink title of one of the results brings you to the summary page for that article. This page will give you the permalink in case you need to submit your article to your instructor. You can email the article to yourself, and best of all, you can get a citation in APA format, which can be copied and pasted to your Word document. You should always verify that this citation has the correct capitalization and format that is required for your paper. Once we have a successful search string, the next step is to look at your results. You will see links to HTML or PDF, linked full text, or full text finder. All three of these options will bring you to the desired article. Just follow the links as instructed. If you see Interlibrary Loan Request, you can check the title of that article in OneSearch to see if we have access to that article in any of our other databases. If you want to permanently save articles to your folder, you can create an account in EBSCOhost once. Create the account once, and your articles will be saved for subsequent sessions. You can use your Google account if you have one, or create your own unique login for EBSCOhost. This login will work in any of EBSCOhost's other databases, such as Nursing Reference Center. The advantage of creating an account is that you can assign articles to various folders if you have multiple projects on the go. We will now explore the Evidence-Based Care Sheets feature. Evidence-based care sheets are great, usable, concise information designed for nurses. They contain summaries about diseases and conditions and include some of the latest evidence, statistics, and research. Click on Evidence-Based Care Sheets on the blue bar across the top of your screen to open up a browsing box. Simply enter the keyword and browse the results. In this example, we would like to advise our patients on the benefits of exercise on diabetes. Evidence-based care sheets are great, usable, concise information with the subtopics of what we know, what we can do, as well as other references which you may want to explore further. Qualitative research is a mesh heading and can be exploded to include other terms which can be added as major concepts. Qualitative studies include action research, ethnographic research, ethno-nursing research, grounded theory, and naturalist inquiry. Try searching focus groups in the Browse Cinahl subject headings. Take note of all the other items like narratives, observational methods, protective techniques, and self-report, which would all be considered qualitative studies. Quantitative studies is also a mesh heading. When looking for quantitative articles, you will be watching for things like statistics, charts, and graphs. Qualitative research aims to be more conclusive and pertains to larger populations, answering the questions such as what, when, and where. A central feature of quantitative research is the strictly controlled research design, in which researchers clearly specify in advance which data they will be measuring and the procedure that they will be using to obtain the data. Randomized control trials are studies in which people are allocated at random, by chance alone, to receive one of several clinical interventions. One of these interventions is the standard of comparison or control. The control may be a standard practice, a placebo or sugar pill, or no intervention at all. RCTs are the gold standard level on treatments and therapies. There should be no bias in RCTs. Search by the MeSH heading, randomized control trial, or use the limiters under publication type and select the box for randomized control trials. As part of the library's Lunch and Learn program, a guide has been created to accompany the content covered here today. Please visit the guide at the URL on your screen for more information about the Cinahl. A direct link will also be added to the Lunch and Learn page on the library's website. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. You can contact the facilitator of this presentation by email or go to the library homepage and click on the Ask Us button to open a chat with our reference desk staff. Thank you for attending. Please check out the page for more information about other Lunch and Learn sessions. New videos will be added weekly. Live presentations should resume in the fall of 2020. Please take a moment to complete our survey regarding this presentation. Thank you for your attendance.